Claire, can you hear me? Hello. Uh, uh, Now you can. Can you hear me now? The audio just came on for you too. Okay. Especially because there's a lag in the video. Can you guys just confirm one more time that you can hear me now? Okay. It's been a long time since I did this. Yeah, I feel like blaming the tech gremlins, but I know it's just all here to help me. So I'm going to start over. My name's Courtney, and I do identify as a channel. But if you were to ask me who I was channeling, I couldn't tell you. So it's been actually a source of doubt for me about my own channeling abilities that I haven't been able to receive a name or know who I'm tapping into. But every time I ask them about it, the message has something to do with empowerment. And I think that's because one of my life studies is not to put more merit in it's kind of like an inferiority complex. Put more weight or put more volume into something that's outside of me. So I've actually been told several times that once I kind of can acknowledge that it's not just something out there, that I'm a part of the energy that I'm channeling, I'm co-creating with whoever's coming through, that's when I might be able to receive a name. So the thing I wanted to talk to you about was what happened to me in the last 24 hours. So being seen is another one of my life studies. And leading up to this event, I've had a whirlwind of fears being shuffled up about, being wrong, messing it up, being judged, being cast out of society, which makes it even more interesting that I've chosen channeling to pursue because it's pretty left field in the woo-woo, even on the realm of spirituality. So my conclusion from that is I just really wanted to overcome myself in this lifetime. And so I've placed myself in many positions, many times to face my deepest fears. But my point of telling you that story is that when I choose to do something that's outside of my comfort zone, like this live, it's like I push all my self-protective habits to the surface. And it comes through as a flood of emotions and memories and all the kind of evidence I've hoarded away of why I shouldn't put myself out there, and all the times I have felt judged and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to put expectations in your mind or plant seeds about what might happen to you when you challenge yourself. I'm just saying, in my experience, when I choose to expand or do something scary, I can almost expect this tumult of emotions. So the last 24 hours, I got a really good opportunity to practice everything I talk about on this channel, which is just allowing myself to feel and experience it. And it was really extreme. I won't say more than that. Just feel it, just experiencing it without making more stories about it, without making it mean anything. Just breathe and then trust that this has to be contributing to some sort of opening and some sort of expansion. So I hope all of that at least makes sense. Maybe you guys have experienced something like that too, maybe not. And all that said, my nervous system is still a little activated. Sitting here with you guys and doing my best just to be present. So I don't know how deep I'm going to be able to go into channel because relaxation is a huge component, at least for me, to be able to connect or receive but I'm going to try. And if you are here watching this live or you're watching this later, thank you. Thank you for being a part of my journey to be seen. And I hope that you receive whatever you need from this message to just feel more lighter and maybe to be more empowered to be seen yourself. Okay. And whatever resonates, please pop it in the chat because I would love to know. All right. I'm going to walk myself through a little meditation to get into channel. You guys are welcome to join me. I'm going to close my eyes. You're welcome to do the same if it feels good for you. And I'm going to soften the space behind my eyes, release any tension from my forehead. And letting any weight or heaviness start to sink down and into the body, the chest, your center. Just really simply following the breath. Letting yourself settle into being here. And setting the intention to receive whatever is best for you in this moment. Breathe and be with all you have, all you can feel. Knowing that anything you feel is okay. We are here. We are always here, despite the fact that our channel and maybe some of you doubt our presence sometimes. When you're feeling heavy, how could you be surrounded by angels when you're feeling scared? When you're feeling unsupported? Just know that we are always there. Being with you, guiding you, supporting you. Even when you're not in a place that you feel like you can perceive our presence. You are never alone. Even if you were to think back on some of your darkest times, even then you were cared for, you were supported, you were loved. We're not trying to convince you of this. We're simply sharing this to remind you that you're not alone. And we know there have been times that you have also felt or acknowledged some sort of higher being, perspective, power, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you may have labeled it as angels or experienced some feeling that made you know that loved ones who have passed are with you in that moment. And they're usually through small but very comforting, sometimes silly, always warm signs, synchronicities. And if you were to collect anything in your human life, this is what we would recommend you collect. The things that just make you smile when you think about them. They don't have to be what you would label as signs or synchronicities. It can be a moment with someone you love, or an animal that you love, where you saw their pure innocence in their eyes, or in the cuteness in the way they move. And you've wondered what in their brain made them just do that thing. But the point is, it made you smile. It brought you out of the planning and trying to figure out your next move, or wondering or fearing whether you've missed something or you should have done something differently in your past. I guess what we are reminding you or bringing to the forefront, that your peace is in your presence. We don't necessarily like that terminology because there's now a lot of stigma around the word presence. Like it's a job or a chore or a thing you have to do. And if you're not doing it and you realize you're not doing it, then it's another reason you can beat yourself up because you know you're supposed to be present. When you know the actual act is much, much simpler than that. It's just a breath, and not even a full breath. It's the moment, the micro moment that you decide to take a breath, to stop the train that's running into the future or into the past or into the stories of how you identify yourself and what's going to happen if you do this and what's going to happen if you don't do that, which takes up a lot of your energy, by the way. It's that moment that you say, wait, I actually feel okay where I am. In this moment, I'm not being chased by tigers. In this moment, I'm not having to make some of the biggest choices or decisions of my life. In this moment, and in 99% of moments, you are perfectly okay where you are. And arriving into that moment is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. But do not make it another thing on your to-do list. You do it in a myriad of different ways with a myriad of different reminders. You do it because it feels good. It feels like coming home. And you can, even now in this moment, as you breathe, choose to come home. So if there is anything you've been wondering about, what your next move is, or whether you made the right choice yesterday or 10 years ago, pull yourself back into the moment making the definitive choice, declaring to the universe, in this moment, I am okay. And in some moments you may be joyful, and in some moments you may be excited, and in some moments you may feel deep, profound feelings of love. But you can also cherish those moments where you're quote unquote just okay. Because we think that's pretty perfect too. Taking one more breath, just allowing yourself to be here, wherever you are, knowing not only is all well, but you're in the perfect place at the perfect time, never missing anything at all. We have very much enjoyed this conversation with you. We remind you that we are always available to you, that we love you very much. And with that, we are complete. Okay, so I'd love to hear what you guys thought. Oh, thank you for being here. Thank you. Victor, welcome. I'm speaking your thoughts right now. Perfect. Oh, I love seeing cardinals. I love seeing birds. In this moment, I am content. Happy Boulder. Happy Camper Boulder. It's so funny that you drilled in our presence. That was what I set myself this morning. Yes. That's awesome. That's awesome. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I do really, really appreciate you being a part of my journey, and I hope it was helpful, and I hope to see you all again. If you're not already, you can join my newsletter. There's a link in the video description, and you can learn more about me and the kind of stuff that I do, and we can get to know each other that way. And thank you, Victor. Thank you, Claire. Reference to 10 years ago was a decision for you. Yeah, we all have one like that. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time.